Suddenly, in big American cities, the homeless seem to be everywhere. Increasingly, many communities in this country don't just look like slums, they're literally becoming slums. Normal people are just about sick of it. The Bay Area has let itself become a haven for vagrants at the expense of the few normal people who still live there. There are people sleeping perpendicular on the sidewalk in puddles of urine. Why do people put up with that? Why doesn't someone say, get out of here? I'm sorry, you don't have a right. You don't own the sidewalk. You can't do this. My kids are here. Where are those people, the normal people? I mean, it just seems like the cards are kind of stacked against normal people, married people with kids who have jobs, kind of like the backbone of America, the people who actually built the country. Normal people are the ones who have to protect their kids from human waste and needles piling up on the sidewalk. 400 tons of debris, 14,000 needles, 5,000 pounds of human waste. The area remains the same hive of needles and human waste it has been for years. Feces and syringe complaints on nearly every block of the city. Syringes and human feces all over the city. San Francisco's problem with filth is actually getting worse. Of course, for years, it has been covered with needles and human waste. But this week, residents have been complaining about the stench of a staggering 20-pound bag of feces, human feces, I hate even to say it, but it's real, trash littering every single block. 41 blocks had hypodermic needles on the ground. 96 had piles of human feces. We could go on. It's repulsive. Trash, drugs, garbage, the homeless. Environmentally friendly cities seem to be the dirtiest, filled with garbage and needles and the scattered debris of homeless encampments. Irony. Thousands of homeless people have created a tent megapolis along Skid Row in Los Angeles. What's it like in California's heart of darkness?
It's like nothing else on earth. I've been to some migrant camps, but this is worse than that. It is one big sea of human waste and effluent and rats and filth. And the number of rats there just outweighs the population. And it's no wonder that Democrats would rather talk about sanctuary cities or dreamers, because that sounds so much nicer than potential bubonic plague in the middle of downtown LA.
I've been around the world. I remember being 30 years ago in Africa. Africa doesn't look like that.
Across the West, we found places in America that are almost third world in their decay and disorganization and the chaos. Health officials are warning about measles exposure. Efforts to combat HIV are threatened due to rampant homelessness. Newspapers say the poor are digging through their neighbors' trash cans to make a living. This was the scene outside our hotel in San Francisco. A homeless man, hungry for dinner, digging through a trash can. We saw junkies shooting up in broad daylight and homeless people wielding makeshift knives. One threatened to stab our camera crew because we were filming there. We videotaped this man shooting up heroin right in front of City Hall in broad daylight. Here's a picture of two people shooting up at Mission Dolores Park. How does a city this rich get so dirty? One reason, San Francisco no longer enforces quality of life citations, like sleeping on the sidewalk or public urination. Why not do what cities have traditionally done, which is to say, you're not allowed to shoot heroin on the sidewalk or defecate in front of kids on Market Street? Wouldn't that be a good start, a zero tolerance for outrageous behavior in public? People get arrested for taking homeless, detritus, trash off public property, but they don't get arrested for defecating in public? How does that work? We have a ready-made group of people, a lot of them young, with tons of time on their hands. We call them the homeless. Why don't they clean up their crap? Why are they the ones littering? Why aren't they cleaning up?
Some kind of military operation to clear up that area.
So really it's a question of drug addiction, alcoholism, financial problems, healthcare costs, housing costs, and family dissolution. They're all part of the cause of homelessness.
At this stage in California's decline, to think outside the box.
The cardboard box. But